Hi everybody, Alex Elliott here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we're going to be talking about putting. Yes, putting. Now, this is a drill that I have used so many times, okay? I used to use this every single time before I went and played a competition. And what you're going to need is a tennis ball. So, we're going to be talking about three different elements today. Firstly, a pace drill that I use to start off with. We're then going to be looking at a hole out drill, those smelly distances, and how we can actually make that hole look 10 times bigger. And then finally, I want to talk you through my process of how I read a putt to give you the best chance. Now, at any point guys, if you are enjoying this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that big red subscribe button and join this team. And if it is something you're going to think you're going to find useful, hit that thumbs up button too. Okay, so this first drill, let's just leave this tennis ball aside for a minute. What we're going to do is we're going to place an alignment stick just behind the hole that's roughly around a foot, okay? Maximum of a foot. Now, I always use this idea of that I like to feel as though I get the ball to just drop into the hole. Because allowing that ball just to drop into the hole gives you the biggest chance of holing the putt. Okay, the bigger the chance of holding the putt, the more chance you're going to make some longer ones as well by allowing that ball just to drop in. Let's not have it smashed up and let's not leave it too far short. So I think of pace putting as a way of feeling I don't want to ever three putt from anything outside of this. If I could do that, I think a lot of us could agree right now, and we would actually lower our scores by potentially 2 to 3 shots around. I think it's crazy how much we could do with that. So, first thing that I do is when I get onto the putting green, I grab one alignment stick and put it under my right arm, well, my trail arm. So if you're left-handed, this will just go under your left arm. What I want you to do is you just grip this with your thumb as well. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow us straight away to get a feeling of the body and the golf club working together. So if the body and the golf club are working together, we don't have any unnecessary involuntary movements that are going to give us a lot more club head speed at any single point. If we had that little bit of a flick, sometimes we can display a lot more speed, which is going to make it really hard for you to actually control how far that ball is going to go. So first set, all I want you to do is grab that alignment stick, grab it in there as well, and what I want you to do is I want you to hit some putts towards this hole and not allow the putts to go past that back alignment stick. The idea of this is we just have that ball dropping in that front edge, okay, a little bit short, and again, much better putt. So what I would do is I would keep working myself around the screen until I was happy that I was dialed in with the pace. So now I'm going to go a little bit further back. I might change the angle slightly. I might come a little bit higher. But the premise of what we're trying to do is exactly the same. Now I want to, before we move on to those shorter putts, I want to leave you with this thought on those long putts. Would you rather, okay, from 35 feet, leave it in the jaws? Yes, it is going to be unmightily frustrating, or would you hit it kind of 4 feet past? Get in those comments down below, because I think you'll be surprised. I think a lot of you will go, I'd rather be 4 feet past, never up, never in. Too far up, never in, is what I think, okay? So I'd rather have a stress-free little tap in. Yes, it is so frustrating when it happens, but I'd rather have that stress-free tap in. Okay, so one more go, this time without the alignment stick. Let's get this ball putting down towards, hopefully, just keeping it just past the hole. It's a real focus, so I'm not really actually thinking about holding any putts right now. I'm just trying to dial myself in on the pace and let the ball take care of itself. Like, I'm not thinking about holding it, and it's amazing, you take that focus away from holding it and just be more dialed in on some pace, you're going to be in a far better situation. So the second one there, not exactly what I'd like. First one was absolutely spot on. So the first drill I want you to try before you go out next time, and remember, you can download the PDF for this if you want to watch it and take this to the range, just to remind you, is first off, can I just put alignment stick a foot past the hole but never get that ball going past that alignment stick. Let's get into the tennis ball drill. Now the next thing is those smelly little distances, and I think that sort of 3 feet to 4 feet, we know we should hold it every single time, but they're little knee knockers, isn't it? We don't like them at all. So this is what I do, again, going out before round. It's my illusion drill. So I want to start off by hitting a putt with a tennis ball, because if we look at this now, if we come a little bit closer here, this tennis ball is only just going to fit in here. We've got to be so dialed in on line, so dialed in on pace. If we're not, it's going to miss. So we're going to hit some putts with this, then we're going to move on to some golf balls, and it's going to look like we're hitting it into a bucket. I promise you this. Make sure you give this a go. I can't recommend this enough. Just a great simple way, spending even a minute on this before going out. So standing over the putt, wow, that hole looks small. Hitting it away, right, okay, just missed. Now I'm going to step into my next putt. That ball and that hole looks totally different now. Hole looks big. I can stand over that with some confidence that I can really get it rolling in. So you come down to this perspective with me, guys, and just watch me here. It's amazing. If you were to keep doing this, you'd get a real sense of how big that hole feels. And I would possibly just do this 2 or 3 times over, and you get out on that first green and you can guarantee it, we're always left with that knee knocker on that first green. That pretty much sets the tone for the day. So if we can set the tone right, that illusion of the hole being much bigger, oh, so that would have actually been in. We go in, we've got that confidence just to roll that putt in. So the second drill for today is get that tennis ball out. Give yourself the illusion of that hole being much bigger once you're hitting your golf ball. Let's now get on to a really important point. What process do I go through to read a putt? So I'm very much a visual putter. I know a lot of people use aim point, a lot of people use plumb bobbing. Get in those comments down below. What is your best way? I mean, we're watching the Masters this weekend. You're watching this on Saturday, and you're going to see a loads of different ways ultimately of how you read a green. There's no right or wrong way. You've got to do something that works for you. Now I'm very visual, so this is how I like to do it. So we're going to put ourselves, so come over here with me, guys. We're going to put ourselves a good distance away from the hole. Okay, so my ball lands on the green. I've hit a lovely shot in here into the 16th. It's a really hard hole here at Mottram Hall. As you can see, a little Mackenzie in the green, very much like the Masters. Sunday flag as well, obviously. I was getting into the weekend. So what I like to do is my balls come onto the green. I imagine I've got my bag on my back. I'm very much a golf bag carrier. That's me carrying it, not a caddy. Walking up onto the green, I'm taking into account my surroundings straight away. What side's high, what side's low, where do I want to start this ball? I would then mark my ball. So imagine I'm going to mark my ball now. I tend to use a T-peg because if I'm giving this ball a little bit of a walk around, I can really see it. So walking around this, I know straight away that low side is actually this side. So what I like to do is actually set myself a little bit of a triangle of how far this putt is, because I can get a much better perception from this angle. Okay, I've got a much better perception. It always looks a bit foreshortened standing behind it. I then want to feel as though I mark my ball, and I always use a line, and I get that line pointing directly towards the hole. So once I got that directly towards the hole, what I'm now picturing is, well, I know where the hole is. I know that it's a little bit left to right, so I've got to get that ball swinging a little bit from the left. So in my mind's eye, I'm putting another golf ball at the point where I feel it starts to turn off and lose speed and track into the hole. So I'm almost putting it to 2 balls. I'm picturing, you know, like you see that putt out tracer, and we'll get one on this putt actually. And you see those balls run all the way down. That's exactly what I'm picturing when I'm hitting a putt. It's a great way to be a lot more visual rather than being like, I've got no idea. It gives you a great visual. So let's see if we're right on this one. Let's see if we can hold this putt. So behind it, swing around this for me, guys, and have a look from the face on. Down here, hopefully we get this putt and roll her in. Again, we're just clued in on pace, not necessarily line and holding it. Just not quite. Would have started to track. Not my best putt. A little bit disappointing. Stress free. So there we go. There's 3 little things that you can do every single time you go on the putting green before you go out. 5 minutes of your time, use those 3 drills. If you did enjoy this video, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Enjoy your Masters Sunday.